Okja is such a unique blend of ideas and genres, and I mean, does that come across when you're first reading the script and making the film, or does it take seeing it for the first time to really fully get what he's going for?
I think both. You know, I think that Bong's just sort of given all of himself, you know, on the page and in the film, and sort of what gets him off as a person. And you know, I've always loved in his other films how funny and how sad and how dark and how light and how silly and how serious, and I think I'm still surprised though, seeing the film, at things that I notice and details, and you know, going, oh, he knew that, you know, he knew that was there, and it's really a sign of a really amazing piece of work when you've read the script however many times and done the scenes however many times, and then you still seeing it and going, oh, you know.
What's it like for you guys, especially seeing Okja come to life?
Yeah, I mean, you're just so happy about all the care and detail that he's put into even the subtleties of how Okja moves, and you know, I think from the get you trust him intrinsically. It's Bong Joon-ho, so you just take that ride.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this film, whether it's mixtures of tones or having an animal not be there when you're filming that will be there eventually, that you just have to give it up to your leader, and director Bong is the ultimate. And I think that we all just had to have so much trust in that what we were doing as individuals and as a unit was going to be appropriately and properly portrayed in the subject matter, in the story, and as our own entity, but also in the larger picture of things. And you kind of just had to give it all up to him at the end of the day, because otherwise you would be thinking about way too much. We wouldn't have been able to do like one stunt, let alone saying lines. You know, you just had to really focus on the moment and hope for the best. And luckily with someone like Bong, he's a visionary that knows exactly what he wants and how to get it.
You know, the film is saying so many serious things, but it seems like it would be a really fun movie to make, especially scenes with Okja. What can you tell me about shooting some of those, working with Okja, especially that wonderful, you know, second act chase heist scene?
The good thing about Bong is that everyone adores him in Korea, and so our backlot was Korea.
Yeah.
We got to shoot in an underground mall and kind of tear it up. We got to shoot in the mountains, on a freeway. You know, we got to close one down. So we looked like a motley crew running around with this stuffed massive pig with people as different body parts. But at the end of the day, also, it was the coolest way to get to do it, because they really were so excited to have us there. And I had never been. So it was a really wonderful cultural experience as Lily, but also, you know, as our characters. I think we all got to go hang out and spend time together and do fun things.
And Bong's storyboards are so beautiful, like a graphic novel, that for those action sequences, you know how amazing it's going to be, and it's actually really easy to fit into it as an actor, because some of those shots in an action sequence are quite short, which is, I think, actually harder. But when you know exactly how it's going to cut and sort of fit into the energy of the film, it's a really nice way to work.
Does the film kind of change the way you look at food in general, or the food industry, or does it sort of reinforce ideas that you already had? I
think you know, it it tells you every gray of what it is right now. You know, you look at the Miranda Corporation, and then you look at the ALF and how gray it is in every single one of all their motivations. It's you know, I don't know if there's an agenda per se to say like, oh, it moved me this way. Instead, it kind of maybe gives you a little bit more thoughtfulness of like what you're participating in.
We needed a miracle. And then we got one. This beautiful and special little creature will be a revolution in the livestock industry. Our super pigs will not only be big and beautiful, they will also leave a minimal footprint on the environment, consume less feed, and produce less excretions. And most importantly, they need to taste fucking good.
Okja. Okja! Okja!
We are animal lovers. Our plan is to expose Miranda, rescue Okja, and bring her back to you.
10 years in planning, on the cusp of a product that will feed millions. And what happens? That farmer girl is gonna destroy us.
You should know the situation is not good.
Each night before you go to bed, my baby, whisper a little prayer for me.
Such a shame you have to tell all those little white lies.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the one, the only.
This is dedicated to the